Hey guys, welcome out to a fresh new edition of the Pod of War Gamescast. I am your host, UF Gizmo, joined by Xbox Live CW Yankee,
Hello.
and of course, Stadia's own massive Das, Chris Pengelly. How's it going?
Hello, everyone.
So I apologise for the small break. That is entirely my fault. We won't get into it here.
Mm.
And I apologise for sounding a bit weird because I don't have my usual mic. I've got this headset. I'm in this random room. This is life now, guys.
The
This
lighting is definitely better though for you, Dave.
Mm.
The
That's one
lighting's better.
one
The
positive.
laptop camera is a lot better than the crappy one that I will never use again because I don't have access to that computer anymore. So you have to redo the thumbnails. That's something I've just realised. Oh well, that's a job for later. So guys, Merry Christmas. It's Boxing Day. Spoilers.
Yes.
When we're recording this. So have we all had a good Christmas?
Yeah, not bad.
It was bloody lovely, Dave.
Bloody lovely.
The
Did we get any
one
Christmas
brief
games?
day.
Craigo, any Christmas games this year for you?
No, I didn't. In all honesty, I'm sure Chris will make up for that in a second.
Before we get to Chris, I got two, and that is Immortals Phoenix Rising and Watch Dogs Legion. So I'm Craig
Nice.
from last year. That's
Yep.
what I've done here. So Pengy, what did you get?
I got Deathloop on PS5 from my uncle, and then on G-Namer Secret Santa, I got Sushi Striker for the Switch.
Very nice. So I look forward to Chris's reviews of those in the coming days, and of course his renewed review of Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yes.
He's got what 3 or 4 days to finish that now.
Yeah. I didn't say which year. I didn't. I just said I was gonna finish
5
it.
days. Sorry, Chris. I've cut you short there. 5.
Yeah,
Still
the
hope.
Witcher thing's long gone now. I'm sorry, I haven't had access to it for like 2 weeks, so I don't think I'm going to be able to finish The Witcher in 5 days, but I'll try. But there we go. So, without further ado, this week is a special, excuse my cough, a special episode. It's the Fantasy League wrap up and next year's draft. So let's get rid of our beautiful faces for one moment. There we go. Let's look at this last year. So, guys, what happened? What happened? Your boys run away with it in the end. So the winner this year is me, 159 points. Craig in second with 127 points, and Pengy languishing behind in 114. Now, of course, we said that Chris would win because he knows all the games. So, Chris, could you explain to us why you didn't win?
I didn't win because I made a very bad choice with one of my counter picks. With the game of the year winning It Takes Two. That was a very bad counter pick. At the time, like I said, it thought it made sense to me because we've seen absolutely nothing of it. So it was like, oh, is it going to come out or whatever? And that ended up being a very bad pick. And then I had like Battlefield, got me minus points, cost me elsewhere as well. So yeah, not good for them. Like I had like your Ratchets and that were very good picks. I think that was like 19 points, was it in the end? 7 or something like that. So
Yeah, 18.
that's some good one. Yeah, it was your Battlefields and It Takes Twos that cost me.
And for Craig, ironically, I think it's Xbox that really killed him by counter-picking Halo. That was his big mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of obviously Xbox counterpicking Halo, and I had way too many indie games on my list. Looking at things like 12 minutes, only getting 5, Chris Tales only getting 3, Axiom Verge 2 only 8, Blaster Master 03 only 8. So the lesson learned from there is definitely less indie games. I think I could end up with 4 will not releases. Hollow Knight Silksong apparently still could come out, boys. So it's just could all change. I could get 130 points, from that or whatever nonsense.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh no. But yeah, like things like Hollow Knight, not being able to drop Hollow Knight hurt me, I guess. And my will not releases. Nobody Saves the World was one I was surprised about. Because they announced that out of nowhere. I gave quite a short date. It was like summer this year, so I thought, they wouldn't announce that and then it'd be that confident and then not come out, and it didn't come out. So
I love it. And my strategy of just basically going for big games has worked. And it's mostly Microsoft Studio games. Forza Horizon 5, Halo, Age of Empires got me some beastly points on top of your Tales of the Arise and games like that. So GG for me.
I think you had the best counter picks as well. You only lost 8 points to
I had
counter
the
picks.
sensible counter picks. The game that I looked bad, and then the game that I kind of felt I was going to review bad. So well done. So that's last year. That's that was the learning year, right?
Yeah.
So let's get on to 2022. So we're back. We've got Pengels Productions with a random apostrophe, so that production belongs to something. Stadia still
It belongs
sucks.
to Bengals.
That's all Craig. And of
Yeah.
course, there's my publisher, last year's winner. So that's going to go well. So Chris should be the first pick now. So let's start drafting.
Yes. Yes.
I
Do you
am
want me
aware.
to try to draft it myself? I
Yeah,
will
you
try
can
to
do
draft.
whatever you want to do, Chris. It's you.
I will see if I can draft my first pick. Yes, it looks like I can draft a game, and I will draft. I have to do this on here.
The suspense here, Chris. God.
So we get 9 draft
building
picks.
And I've drafted my first game.
Okay.
I have drafted Elden Ring.
Lovely. It's yet to appear for me. So do I have to click something? If I click. So obviously we're doing this live, guys. So
Yeah.
Any reasons for Elden Ring, Chris? There's
We
a
know
few big options.
Right, we know it's definitely coming out because it was delayed for that little bit, and it's coming 25th of February, so it's quite an early release to get you points on the board. But yeah, it's Elden Ring. It's a From Software title. How people that have got hands on it at the moment, they're all talking about how good it is. Dave joked in one of the episodes where we did like the the Game Awards predictions, and he's like, "Oh, Elden Ring's already won Game of the Year next year because everyone loves it." I can when was From Software last had a game that was like below 90 or something?
right, we're on there.
It is the safest of safe bets, isn't it? It
You'd
is.
like to think so, right? You'd like to think that's a safe bet. So, Mr. Warren, are you doing it yourself, or am I doing it here?
You can do it for you. That's
Right,
fine.
Craig, what game?
So I was really not expecting Chris to be sensible and do that. I was expecting him to take one of the other big ones that probably won't come out. So that's put me in a position now where I'm going to have to take one of the big ones that probably won't come out. So, it's what do I think is more likely to come out between God of War and Zelda? I don't think either of them. I'm just going for the biggest, the big gun. I don't think this is going to come out, but I'm going to take it first anyway. I'll take Breath of the Wild 2.
It's a poor strategy, Con.
Yeah. If I mean, no one's going to counter. Well, actually, you could counter pick. Okay, it's looking at the thing. It's quite a high counter pick at 13%.
Yeah, because if it does come out, you think it's going to be 95 or something, and you've basically screwed yourself. But if it doesn't, you look like a genius with that 0 points. So
I'm going to go for Horizon Forbidden West and just play it safe because I feel like that's just going to do well. And it's going to come out. Crucially.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Didn't you take that first last year as well, Dave? Or did you take Resident Evil first last year?
One of us did, and then it got removed, right?
Yeah.
So the first game was one of my favorite games. The second game looks like that but better. So it's a PlayStation game, so it'll review better than it should anyway. So why not? Why not? So
and it should snake to you, shouldn't it?
Oh, you're right. It does snake to me. You're correct. So I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go pretty safe throughout this time, as this year's, as last year's winner. So I'm gonna go for Gran Turismo.
Ooh.
Because I know it's gonna come out. It will review fine because it's a racing game. Taken. So now we go to Stadia sucks.
See, I was really not expecting this.
Well, there's an obvious one on the board, which Craig has mentioned already.
Yeah. So I was not expecting to be in the position where I'm going to end up with these two games. Ooh, did something just happen?
No, still here.
Oh, I just heard a noise. Oh, that might have been you putting your thing through. That might have been that noise.
My little beep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like I've got to take it because it's still there. Even though, like I said, I feel like it's not going to come out.
The thing is, if they announce, let's say, you get to E3 and they go, "Oh, it's been delayed and it's coming February 2023 in the Horizon slot for 2023," you could like drop it then after. You just would have to hope that something like that happens.
So I will weirdly, begrudgingly take God of War Ragnarok.
See, the reason I didn't take them is I feel like they could still get delayed out of the year.
100%. I think that and Zelda will probably get delayed out of the year.
Yeah, could do.
I'm trying to learn from last year and be braver in the draft and not have to pick up games that might not come out.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to be a little bit brave here because I think because we didn't see it for quite a while and then did see it, I feel it's going to come soonish.
And that
is drafting game, draft game, and I've drafted Bayonetta 3.
I don't know. See, I still don't think that's going to come out either.
No.
Yeah, but the bottom, I think we didn't see it for what 4 years, and then here's now it's a trailer. I feel it's that sort of games like you don't see it for years, and then you get a trailer, and then next Nintendo Direct is going to be like, it's coming April, and I'm like, yeah.
Okay, it's good that we're taking these games early this time and not
bidding on them or something.
Yeah. So it should be you again, Chris, I think.
It is.
Oh, yes, it should be. Right. I will check if it is me and not back to you.
No, it is you.
Excellent. I will draft my next game. And this one I sort of learnt from Craig on this one from last year. I've drafted DNF Duel, which is a game by Arc System Works.
Okay.
So we're expecting those Guilty Gear Strive points from that.
That's the first Pengals pick of the day.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. So is that a fighting game? What is it?
That's a fighting game. It's exactly the same engine and that is Guilty Gear Strive. It's just got characters from something called DNF, whatever that is. I have no idea, but I just know Arc System Works, and it's a sort of a safe one, but also random as well. But there's logic from what did you get 86 last year for Guilty Gear?
Yeah, it got me a lot of points.
Yeah, so if that gets 86.
Okay, you ready for me, Davey? Has it gone through?
It has. So what are you going for?
I will go for because partly just for the comedy factor, I'll go for the game that kind of screwed me over last year. I'll go for Hollow Knight Silksong because I think it would be hilarious if 2 years in a row that game screwed me over.
Could happen.
It would, for the memes, it would be great, wouldn't
it? I could see that being like the new Tunic or something shown.
Yep.
Actually, it hasn't been shown, but Tunic was like shown like 3 or 4 years in a row. Xbox, it's definitely coming soon, and doesn't come out.
So I'm following my current trend of games that are definitely going to come out, and I've taken Sifu, which looks good. I think it's going to do well.
Yeah.
Snakes round to me again. I'm going to take...
It does.
So really my thought process here is Forspoken, Stalker 2, or Total Warhammer 3. Now, I kind of feel like Total War is just one of those reliable get me points kind of games, so I'm going to go for that. There we go. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was one that I had quite high on my thoughts as well. Partly because I wanted to take it away from Chris because I knew he had it last year, just to be mean. So I will take partly just because the first one reviewed very well. I'll take the Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Good game, good choice. I think that'll do well.
I know very little about it, but it's Nintendo and Mario.
And Ubisoft.
Yeah, that is the risk given Ubisoft's current
situation.
Yeah.
Right. It is back to me, and I will draft my next one, which I'm surprised Dave might not have thought of.
Yeah.
So I've drafted Splatoon 3.
My thought with not taking Splatoon 3 was that maybe we're getting to the point where Splatoon is just too much Splatoon, and people might start getting bored of it. But I mean, I'll probably be wrong because it's Nintendo, right? But
Yeah.
It did look a lot like Splatoon 2. Obviously, I've not played a lot of Splatoon 2. Only a little bit around Dave's, but it didn't look a lot different.
Cool. And I am keeping on the similar thought process here. And I've drafted Kirby.
Okay. So Chris with the Nintendo games.
Yeah. I'm going for good old safe. Well, I say good old safe Nintendo. Mario Golf did not do well last year, so.
No.
But yeah, that Kirby game does look pretty impressive from what we've seen of it.
Is it me next? Is that both for Chris's?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I will take. Let me have a little look at the old hype meter a second. A lot of the big boys on here we've already taken, so we're doing something right, at least, in theory. I will take Nobody Saves the World.
Again.
Partly, again, because I had that last year, and it would be quite funny if that screwed me over, but I will take that again.
Let's find that.
Yeah, Drinkbox, sort of fairly safe as well. But we said similar last year to Annapurna, but I guess it's slightly different now. Publisher and their developer. So
right. So for me, see, I want to go Starfield, but it's so late in the year that I feel like a delay is pretty probable. And obviously, I took Stray last year. What I find funny is we've all avoided Pokemon Legends because I think that has the potential to do poorly.
That looks trash. That looks awful.
Dying Light 2, I feel like could be a good game, but also feel like it couldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't even got Dying Light 2 on my list of ones I would possibly go for.
It's quite high on the hype meter, so a lot of people must be picking it.
So I'm going to go for Project Triangle Strategy from Square Enix to the Switch.
Yes.
I enjoyed the demo, played nicely. And then next, because I get to Snakey. What have we got? So I think Saints Row is going to review badly and could still get delayed. Hogwarts the same. Hellblade, who knows when it's coming out. Gotham Knights, who knows. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, I feel like the Borderlands bubble has kind of burst. Lego Star Wars is a safe one, but it's just whether it comes out.
It's been delayed for It's been delayed the last 2 years. So
you said that quite early as well last year, didn't you, Penguin?
I think it had a date. That's the thing. Right, so I'm going to go for. This is a bit of an out there pick. But I feel like it's going to do well. I'm going to go for the King of Fighters 15. Usually review well. It's an SNK fighting game, and it has a date, crucially. So, Craig, we're back to you.
Okay. I will go for. God, do I go? Oh God, it's getting tough now, isn't it? It's getting tough. I will take the partly because it looked really good when it was shown at the Game Awards. It looked a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'll take the Suicide Squad Kills Justice League.
Okay. I think that's a risk. But
that is the Rocksteady one that I'm not getting my.
It is.
Yeah.
But I feel like if there's one of the two, that's the one that's not going to come out.
Yeah, we see much more of Gotham as well.
So it's
not
the worst.
As long as they announce. Right, it's back to me.
It's back to you.
And alright, I'm going to take. How out there do I want to be?
Oh, super out there, Pengy, you know it.
How risky for a biscuit.
So many
Oh.
biscuits are going to get risked right now, Chris. So many.
Right. I'm going for. It hasn't been. Well, it has been officially announced. We have no date. Don't know if it's coming this year or not. But it feels like it should really come this year. And I've drafted Forza Motorsport.
It's a big boy pick, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Jeffy Grub was very confident that is coming out.
Yeah,
this year.
they used to go Motorsport for Horizon, and obviously Horizon this year, and nothing last year. So I feel that's why. And apart from Starfield, what's the Xbox's big
Perfect Dark.
holiday? Well, no, it's not Perfect Dark, is it? What's the big holiday sort of game? And I'm going to go big for my next one as well. I'm going to go even bigger. And I've drafted Final Fantasy 16.
It's a big boy move. I feel like it might come next year.
Mm.
It might. I think Final Fantasy 14 has slowed all of that down.
Yeah, I'm thinking November for both of them. Starfield's November, so maybe Motorsport December. A bit like this year, Horizon then Halo, but Starfield and then Motorsport.
Hell yeah! Right, Krieger.
Is that back to me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for, because I haven't got an Xbox game yet, so I will take the risk. I will go for Starfield.
Nice. I feel like it probably will come out, but it's just so close to the end of the year that any delay is probably a delay into the year after. But I feel like that game is going to do very well. I think people are already starting to sleep on it because it's Bethesda. And they're like, oh, it's going to be glitchy. I'm like, nah, it's going to be pretty good, to be honest.
I mean, other than that Fallout multiplayer nonsense, their games tend to do well, don't they? So we'll see, I guess.
So for me, I now get a double pick. I am going to go for Forspoken. Because I feel like that game is going to come out. I feel like
it's going to come out, but the recent gameplay, I know it's hurty footage, didn't look that great.
No, but there's only so many games on here. That's the honest. We're at that point now. Gotham Knights is tempting for the next one. A Plague Tale is tempting for the next one. I feel like that game's going to do well. I took Stray last year and it didn't come out, and that upset me. So I'm not going to do that. What have we got here?
No one's taken any Annapurna yet, have they?
I think
we've learned our lesson.
There also seems to be more big games to pick for. Like, how many years do you get to pick? Like, God of War, Zelda, Horizon, Starfield.
What have we got? Metro Prime 4 is not coming out.
No.
Crossfire X looked terrible. That's why I counterpicked it. New Xenoblade game.
He's going to go new Mario game.
Yeah. God, there's some absolute trash on here, Craig. SpongeBob, though. So I'm going to go, because this game looks like it could be good. It's just whether it comes out. I'm going to go for Lego Star Wars. I feel like it's a big change.
Surely it's got to come out this year. Surely it has to.
Otherwise, it's going to be delayed like 4 years in a row. That'd be kind of ridiculous.
So that's back to me again, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to my Xbox theory at the moment. I'll go for Redfall.
Redfall, okay. Oh god. Sorry, clicked on the wrong thing. Give me 2 seconds. Redfall.
I don't know. I think it's made by the same people that made Prey, in it, that Arcane.
Yeah, it's that team.
Which is a game that everyone seems to love, but didn't review hugely well. 81 I got looking at it now.
Your last two.
My last two. Ooh.
Go big or go home, Pengy.
Right. Well, I've gone sort of big with my two before that, so I'm gonna go one that might go I think we'll review well. Is it on here? Where is it to? There it is. So my first of my last two, if it's let me draft it, is Moss Book 2, which is the sequel to Moss, which is a VR game, which the first one reviewed pretty well. This looks like it's got a bit bigger budget and stuff like that. So
Chris
Hell yeah.
Bengelli breaking up the VR games.
yeah, and the last one I'm going to go. What do I go for?
By the way, the counter picks are going to be so hard this year.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I'm going for. I can't spell.
I think you get the first counter pick as well, Dave, didn't you, as you went last.
And then I've drafted Sea of Stars.
Right, you have to explain.
What on earth is that?
It is a indie RPG.
See, a Pengy game.
Coming. The problem is when it's coming. It's coming holiday 2022. So I can see it being going. That holiday 2022 is now early 2023. That's why I did not draft it earlier, but that's what I've now gone for.
Love it.
Was that your last pick, Chris?
It was.
Yeah.
You didn't pick Pokemon at all. That is.
I'm not
that shot me.
because I think it.
Chris was picking that up the other day. He was really getting into that. I was trying to tell him, but
Oh
okay.
yeah, it's what I'm asking for my birthday, but you know.
I will now not play that. So.
I was looking forward to counter picking that. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit gutted about that.
You haven't got your light or whatever with you.
No, I can't buy games, can I?
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't going to buy that game.
Oh, get it for your birthday.
Yeah, maybe. Uh-oh. We'll see.
Right, is it my last pick, isn't it?
You sexy bastard.
Ooh, okay. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look at the hype. What's some of the higher games left though?
The higher games to me, like Plague Tale seems like the safest one. Like,
yeah.
I feel like Dying Light 2 and Stalker 2 have the potential to do well, but they also could fuck up. Tunic, I don't think it's going to come out. Stray, I don't think it's going to come out.
I think Tunic's got a date now, isn't it? The 3rd of March.
Yeah, it's 16th by the looks of it.
Hellblade 2, if it comes out, will be a big point.
Yeah, that's next year at earliest, if not 2024.
Yeah, there's like I've got ones on my list like Shovel Knight Dig, for instance. Dave's like, oh yeah, Yock.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a Plague's Tale. I'm gonna go for the safe pick there. I'm not sure how. I know I really like the first one. I don't know how particularly well it reviewed, but I think this does look as good.
So for my last game, I am going to take Stalker 2 because I did like the look of it. We'll see how that goes. So
it's also quite soon, isn't it? I think
it's all of my are quite soon. I think. So now we're on to counter picks. So it's my counter pick first. So my first counter pick is, I feel like, the only sort of obvious one on here, and it's, it upsets me to do, but I'm going to go for Nobody Saves the World, because that has the potential to not do well, I think, personally.
I suppose it's a little bit different to the other games they've made.
Yes, and I think the concept is fun, but I don't think it's a concept that's going to get you 90 points. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a look. It's always tough with Chris because some of them I've never even heard of. Like, bloody hell.
Yeah, like Sea of Stars and Moss are the two pushes that jump out at me, but equally they could do well.
Yeah, he does like his VR nonsense. That you could be brave. We could be brave and go for something that won't come out, but maybe we'll leave that to the second counter pick.
That backfires when it comes out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the King of Fighters 15.
Okay.
Just because I'm having a look at what I'm assuming is the last one. It looks steady, 78 I mean, if this one gets 70, losing 8 points on a counter pick isn't too bad. I'll take that.
Okay. Pengy.
Yeah, sure.
Your 2 choices now. You'll get them in a row.
Right, so my first one is I'm going to counter pick Suicide Squad because I don't think it's going to come out because if Gotham Knights will come out. And I can't see them both coming out in the same year, and WB also having Harry Potter as well.
Alright, so it's only let us do one counter pick now. Okay. Well, we'll have to just stick with that until I can figure out what's going on. So, for now,
It says as a warning, if you do not fill the slot by the end of the year, it will count as minus 15 points. So I'm guessing we have to
do it at some point in the year.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave it like that. It makes it more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, there must be. I can't see an option, but there must be a way to do it.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can. I guess that way we can counter pick bids as well.
Mm-hmm. So, that is the list so far. I'm not going to read it off. You can see it on the screen. Lovely stuff. So, yeah. Early predictions. I'm going to win.
Unprotected predictions. Craig is winning with somehow 211.86.
He is the best looking of us, so that could be why.
So hilariously, if you look at the upcoming games updated for this year, I think it's showing 10. 9 of them are Dave's, and 1 of them is Pengul's, and I've got nothing apparently upcoming.
Craig's taking the risks.
Yeah.
So
it might be because I think last year I took a big lead because I had a load of games coming quite early. So this could be
you've done this year what I did last year. You've gone for it. If they come out, you win.
The Hail Marys.
Last year. But I mean, as long as Pengy doesn't win it, that's all that really matters. Right, well that's the show. So guys, it's been fun to be back. We'll hopefully be a more regular schedule. I should be able to commit to Sundays again now. If you like the show, drop a like, drop a subscribe. You can follow us all on the social medias. You can follow Craig in the streets. You can follow Pengy at Massive Das, and you can follow me at UFGizmo. I hope you all have a good Christmas and a good New Year. We'll see you in 2022 for the Game of the Year episode. I think that's the next one.
Yeah.
So guys, goodbye.
Bye.
I've missed that, Chris.
There it is. It is.